lot of people, like, they'll say, Al, I did the whole spending time with God thing. I did, I was praying, and I'm still not getting the clarity that I'm asking for, the vision or the purpose or the understanding or the direction, whatever it is, whether it's peace, joy, all that stuff. And one of the things that, I would do, I was like, well, God, like, I'm over here sending your kids to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that they're not experiencing you? Why are they not getting the fullness of who you are? Why is it that, they're making these claims that they're spending time with you, but nothing's happening, nothing's changing? I'm pretty sure you're good. I'm pretty sure you're who you say you are. So I know it's not you. It has to be something about them. What is it that, why are they not, in a sense, experiencing you more? One of the things that he showed me, he said, son, there's a difference between set aside time and convenient time. And he was showing me how there's a lot of people who have made God like a thing of, you can fit here in my schedule. Or it just, again, it's a thing of convenience for them. Like, they seek God when they have time to, in a sense, instead of literally making time or making God a priority. Again, making that set aside time. And I always think about, like, if I was in a relationship and I made someone feel like, I only can chill with them when it's convenient for me, that relationship wouldn't last long. Or if I was, let's say my girlfriend made it seem like, she can only chill with me when it's convenient, when she's, I've never ever made a priority. That doesn't feel good at all. And I think about that's just something that we do with God all the time. It's something that a lot of us struggle with. One of our main struggles in our walk with God is getting to a place where we can put him first in everything that it is that we want to do or we need to do. Or when it comes to a thing of something that we need, we can just run to God. And what I find is more and more, like, literally, like, people don't have God as a priority like they say they do. And that's everybody's struggle. Everybody's constantly trying to get to a place where they prioritize God. That's just everybody. And again, just God showing me that, how it's not a set aside time thing when people are spending time with me. It is a convenient thing. Like, all right, let me just, on my way to work, I'll throw in some prayer. On my way to class, I'll throw in some prayer. While I'm knocking this out, let me throw in some prayer. That's great. Those things have its place. But there is a time where everything shuts down. Nothing starts before I get to do. There has to be some type of reverence and some type of set aside time where it's like, God, you're so important, where my schedule doesn't even matter if I haven't seeked your face. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it actually comes down to a pride thing. We believe that we can carry out our day without seeking God first. We think that we can do what we do without God. And that's why we can get into a place of this routine of just going and doing and then going, okay, God, what do you think about this? Okay, God, what would you have me do when you've already done too much, in a sense? And it's like, God wants to bring us to a place, especially a mature people. He wants to bring us to a place where everything that we do is ran by him first. You get what I'm saying? And the Bible also says, you can't expect anything from God if you're going to live in this place where you're not seeking him. You will be unstable in everything that you do. The Amplified says you'll be unstable in how you act, how you think, and everything you decide to do. And that's important, and a lot of people can attest to it. No one likes feeling this way. No one likes feeling like unstable. And unstable could simply just mean you don't have the wisdom you desire. You don't have the direction you need. You don't have the clarity you need. And I think it's so crazy. And one of the things that I've really been meditating on and really thinking about is we need to get to a place where we are too busy focusing on God that the things that we put before God become secondary. Let me make that make sense. When we're with people or we're around people and God says, son, daughter, I want you home, we literally need to say, hey, y'all, I can't come. I'm busy. Hey, y'all, I can't stay. I have to go do something. And when they ask you, say, I'm getting ready to spend time with God. Or God is leading me to go home and spend some time with him. When people are asking you, hey, come out, we about to go do this thing. You say, hey, I'm busy. What you busy doing? Spending time with God. This is my priority. This is first. Everything else is secondary. We get to that place where we become busy. Like, for real, because everybody quotes, I'm busy. Yo, I can't, I'm busy. Busy doing what? It always is something that isn't that big of a deal. And if it is, shout out to you, but it's one of those things where we need to get to a place where we say, you know what, I am busy. I am actually busy. I actually have something to do. And that thing, even if it is, I have to spend time with God, that's everything. Because without that one piece, nothing else will be established and nothing else will prosper. We can't do life without God. And when we put God second, we're basically saying we can do life without him being our first. And that's just not the case, and that's out of order, biblically speaking. We need set aside time, first and foremost. We need to prioritize God. Everything else is secondary. Even if we have to tell people, I'm sorry, I can't come. I have to be with my Father. I have to seek my Father's face. Before I apply, before I go, before I do, before I get involved with, before I even get in a relationship, I have to seek the Father's face.